Did you see what just happened? Exclusive SEN, Elizabeth Warren presses Eric Trump for update on Capital One debanking lawsuit. New York Post SEN, Elizabeth Warren is asking Eric Trump to confirm whether his family will resume legal action against Capital One over allegations it debanked family-linked accounts, the Post has learned. Here's everything we know so far. Experts and analysts are closely monitoring this developing story for any new updates. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by New York Post. Stay informed. Subscribe to Global News Digest for daily updates.
Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Albania's flamingos meet the Trump family bulldozers. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump plan a luxury residential complex that locals say will threaten a natural reserve. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by Financial Times. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
This is why your grocery bill is about to change. Trump's Freedom 250 draws corporate sponsors with business before his administration companies with federal interests, including Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Oracle, are sponsoring a Trump-aligned effort celebrating America's 250th birthday. Here are the key details. Investors and traders on Wall Street are reacting quickly as this situation continues to unfold. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Don't miss tomorrow's financial headlines. Subscribe now.
Every American with a bank account needs to hear this. Oman walks a diplomatic tightrope over Strait of Hormuz fees, creating a blind spot for markets. Oman is using strategic ambiguity as talks over possible Strait of Hormuz fees raise legal, diplomatic, and oil market concerns. This is why it matters. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The DC story that is dominating every American newsroom today. Haberman and Swan on regime change. Their book on Trump's unconstrained second term, a new book by veteran reporters Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan, is offering one of the most revealing looks to date inside the second Trump White House. It's called Regime Change: Inside the Imperial Presidency of Donald Trump. Amna Nawaz spoke with Haberman and Swan about why those close to the president were willing to speak, and what those here's what's actually happening. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates.
The Supreme Court just changed your rights. Here is how. What we learned about the court this term, an animated explainer. This animated explainer, the third in a series of animated videos done in partnership with Briefly, guides you through which justices dominated this term, which judicial alliances mattered most, and whether the court's so-called ideological divide is more hype than reality. The key facts you need to know. This case has been closely watched by legal observers who say it sets a significant precedent. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by Scottu S. Blog. More court and legal updates daily on Global News Digest.
This NFL story broke minutes ago, and fans are going wild, ranking every NFL QB by tier, plus the top receiving duos and landing spots for the top remaining free agents. Here's everything you need to know about the NFL for July 2. Here's everything we know so far. Football fans across America are reacting strongly, and sports commentators are calling this one of the biggest stories of the season. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. For daily NFL news and updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Is this the biggest football story of the entire season? Playing matchmaker for remaining key NFL free agents. Several receivers still in search of new team. Here's where the NFL's most notable free agents might end up. Let's break this down quickly. NFL insiders say this development will have major implications for the rest of the season and possibly beyond. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. Stay on top of the football season. Follow us for daily coverage.
This verdict has lawyers across America reacting right now. An immigration law error in the court's asylum decision threatens immigration courts. Here are the key details. This case has been closely watched by legal observers who say it sets a significant precedent. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by Scotto S. Blog. More court and legal updates daily on Global News Digest.
Here is what the political news actually means for your family. Democratic Senate candidate called for mass release of criminals during prison abolition webinar. Abdul El Sayed called for decarceration and abolishing prisons in an Unearthed 2020 webinar, raising concerns about his Michigan Senate race bid. This is why it matters. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by Fox News Politics. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest.